This reading is for July 30th, 2020. I want to start with a prayer that I normally do. I've already asked for assistance from True Source Archangel Michael, True Source Archangel Gabriel to assist with messages and clarity, Michael to help with protections and pureness of this message getting to whoever will listen to it. And I'm also asking throughout dimensions, history, space, and time, all versions of us, whoever's watching this, be protected with True Source Archangel Michael protections while they're hearing it. So no distortions come through or happen, no disruptions or piggybacking of energies. I'm also, of course, asking for Bert, my unicorn. Hello, Bert. And he always brings his alicorn and Pegasus friends. Today there's some fairies that have been wanting to come through. And their energy gets me a little spaced out, but I'm going to do my best to let them guide some of the messages without falling into their dimension. I hope you can see these cards today. I've been guided to use along with my Oracle Unicorns Angel Answers Oracle cards. I'm an intuitive Oracle card reader. I'm not a tarot card reader. I will start with the cards facing me, so it's going to be upside down to you, but then I'll turn them around so you can see them. I wanted to do it this way because a lot of people I know, myself included, like to see cards. You can see I have a previous reading this on top. Don't use the book unless they guide me to, but I do read the caption on the cards to link me into whatever message they want to send. So let me just get these. I won't be doing very many of the Angel Answers cards, I was told, because there's just one or two messages from those that they want to work on. Bert really loves me to use. Oops, sorry for the noises. Dropped my box. Bert loves me to use, of course, unicorn cards. And I'm not hugely experienced doing this on recording, so let's see how it goes. It's not going to be a long reading because nobody got time for that. My friend, who is a twin flame, who helped, he told me he met that woman, and Sweet Brown, I think is her name, who said that, and then the media caught on to it. Ain't nobody got time for that. And he said she's the sweetest person he's ever met. It was really cool that he told me that. Thank you, Source, love and light, come and bring love and light through me, in every part of me, every aspect of me, throughout dimensions, history, space, and time, universe, and timelines. Protect these cards, release them from old energies and old readings. Source, love, and light, come through me, come through these cards, protect them, fill them with your light and love and purity. Source, love, and light, down to us. Clear these cards of any previous energies or readings. Source of love and light, thank you for clearing the way for Source, love, and light. Messages and help from archangels. Unicorns, led by my unicorn. He said he may tap into messages from dragons because he really likes the helpful dragons. So many people who, when they're ready, they can tap into, see, or hear messages from their dragon guardians. Some people don't like that, and there are some negative ones who the dark used to be scary. So but the positive ones are very light vibration, a glow around them. They don't have the darkness, and they won't try to interfere with you in any way. I forgot to make sure that I didn't flip any of these around because in the unicorn readings, they, any negative messages, unless it's like warnings or just helping through ascension, something like that. I haven't worked with my angel answer cards in a long time, so I feel like I need to give them extra shuffles. To bless these cards and separate them from any previous energies that were associated with them. And bring them now into our realm, Bert's realm, the fairy realm, with helpful messages only through us, and through source, love, and light. The same with my unicorn cards, please. Source, love, and light energies through these, through us. A little hard for me to shuffle, so I apologize if I'm goofy doing it. So one more shuffle. They want me to purify them a little, shuffle them in. Okay. So what do you want me to do, Bert? Hi, Bert. Hi, Bert. Thank you for doing this with me, Bert. I love you so much. Bert, what would you like me to focus on today? For collective, please. The energies you've been through. The energies you've been through. Let me try to get a card. Please purify my soul, my being, my energetic fields, my aura. Please, Archangel Gabriel, assist me with getting purity and messages. You want me to split these up? They said it's too hard for me to shuffle like that. I can't get the messages to come out. Many of you have ever shuffled these decks. You realize that some of them are kind of large. Okay, the first one is about energies. Sorry, I'm getting used to this camera. Flow. And I don't know if you can see that good, but it says, find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome and release your expectations. Bert, how do you want me to read it? Do you want me to pull all of them first? He wants me to do 3 cards. He wants me to do this deck. Is that right? That's too many cards. Can you... Oh, okay. So, possibility. Isn't this card's beautiful? Possibility. Raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. Sounds pretty good. Something all of us need to hear more of, hey? Okay. I don't have a way to pause this video. It's basically like not live, but just streaming, so on the recording. So I'm going to try to do all the cards at once now and see if I can shuffle them better. Okay. Bert, will you please give us this last card that you want? Is it that one? No, keep shuffling. A bunch of Archangel Michael, please protect what we're doing. Source of light, please bring your light around us. Archangel Gabriel, please help me. Assist me. Okay, so they want me to take this one. The other ones are too many cards for this reading, even though they would be pertinent to somebody watching this. But imagination. Look how beautiful that alicorn is. Imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. Set. This is the unicorn portion of the reading, and we're going to use angel answers at the end. You're going to think of it. I'm going to put 3 out, they said, and you're going to think of a question and focus on that card, and then I'm going to turn them over. Okay. So it's kind of like pick a card. Source, love, and light, fill me with your light. Put protective shields around this room, around these cards, around my connection with Bert. Thank you, Bert. I see you, Bert. Can you please tell me which card that you want to do first, please? Possibility. I'll read it again. Raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. Possibility. Believe in your potential. Bert knows that amongst light workers, it's very easy for us to get caught up in negative thinking, especially about ourselves, and to feel like others are against us, and get caught up in ego thinking as a way to live our life. We get entrapments in our mind, mental entrapments that guide us in the wrong direction and make us think what's real isn't real, and deny us our true potential and our true destiny and our true authenticity. And it creates unhappiness in us and those around us. And Bert wants to encourage us to see our true potential and tap into our hearts to find out where our true desires lie. He wants us to, the card says, raise your standards. He wants us to believe in ourselves more and see the possibilities for our lives that we didn't see before and that we are scared of doing. And he said, you raise the thoughts about yourself, be true to yourself, and keep real with what your true desires are. And he wants us to know that we're loved very much on other realms, and even though there's a lot of illusions, like them making us not believe in ourselves and disbelieve in magic and the other worlds, and this world of entrapment that keeps us in illusion of thinking we're small and low. He's saying, even he's showing me like business people with a lot of drive who are very aggressive, who've been brought up to use their ego to get what they want, but they're still unhappy, and they keep trying to get more and more and more through ego drive because they're not being authentic and true to themselves. So yes, so Bert is like, be true to you. Keep it real with yourself. Like, I know he knows that it's hard for our minds to clear out all that clutter, the lies and illusion that we were told as children and led to believe as adults of how we're supposed to live. And some of you have mortgages and kids and cars and things you have to pay for, and you don't see a way out of the entrapment to pay for those things. But if you open your mind to your heart, and he's not saying open your mind or your heart, he's saying open your mind to your heart. If you listen to your heart, the mental habits are what misinterpret what the heart is telling you, and get you in trouble. So therapy is good when you need it. Self-therapy is better when you can do it. Meditation helps get you back in touch with your inner true self. Breathing work helps you connect back with source, love and light, and your guides. See? So do your best, he said. We don't pressure anyone here. We guide and honor and love that truth that's inside of you, the things that you really want. So when your world is falling apart sometimes, don't curse the maker, he said. But look deeper to find out what part of you created that so that you could get back to your truth, and recreate from a new space of new beginnings that aren't about ego pleasures and misguided belief systems. That was a lot of stuff. Thank you, Bert. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting us. Archangel Gabriel, thank you so much for the clarity. And the angels who are watching over. And fairies, there, I see them like playing a violin or something, some sort of musical instrument. So, do you want me to do flow next? I've grabbed that one. Okay. Flow. I have to read it again. It says, find an easier path forward, surrender the outcome, release your expectations. I don't know if you can see this, but I think it's really beautiful. So Archangel Michael, can you please protect this answer? Thank you. Connect me back with Bert. Bert, hi Bert. What do you want to say about flow? He said, he's trying to be funny. He said, go with the flow, yo. That's how I talk. Sorry. Who knows? I think that's funny. No, but seriously, go with the flow, yo. Find your flow. You know when you're in true authenticity and creating with purpose and light and love from source. That feeling you get inside, that creative flow that goes through you. And some people it's manifested through other things. It doesn't have to be painting or song or things like that, or dancing. So it's not some people's things, but though people who have got caught in flow of those artistic things know what we're talking about. So he says unicorns flow, we flow together. We don't compete with each other. We tap into each other's energies and through love. Love is everything. And when you're in the flow of light and love and source, you slough off all that stuff that's like curses and heaviness and things that you think you don't have to hold on to any of those things. They slough off when you have that much light in you. And there's not a groove when you're thinking. There's grooves. There's a groove of thinking that leads you down a path to some answer you're intellectually trying to get. But when you're in flow, there's a wave of beauty that is a feeling that maybe it's the same feeling you get when you see a puppy you're just instantly in love with. It's love. It's bringing forth love through you, whether you're assisting someone else, sort of figuring out a problem, or freeing someone from oppression, or making something new, or fixing something, making it more beautiful. And time goes by, and then you don't even realize you never even thought about the time because you're in that flow. If you're feeling like you're working at some place where you're stuffed in a box you can't breathe good in, like people are just like not honoring you as a person, your light. You don't have to quit immediately, though. That probably would feel pretty good. Source light and love, bring down light through this message. For some reason, Bert is showing me this glowing white mane on a horse. It's flowing, and it just feels like beauty to the horse who has it, and to the horses who see it. And that horse loves the way that mane feels on its neck, and when the wind blows it across, and that reflects out in its energy and its beauty. And that's how people perceive the beauty, because that unicorn perceived its own beauty first. That's what they want to say for now. Perceive your own beauty first, and then project that out to the world. And they don't mean that in like a physical, it could be a physical beauty way, but they mean your inner beauty, your inner flow that connects you to source. Okay, I don't have much time on this. The last one for the unicorn oracle. I'm going to try and make this where you can see it. It seems to be. There we go. It's pretty. Imagination. Sorry, the camera's doing a little weird thing. Focus, has a little focus laser thing on it. Imagination. There we go. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream and believe in unlimited possibilities. This goes along with everything they just said. That is not something where that is coming from my camera, you guys. So don't like be like, negative energy or something. It's not. Okay, anyway. I'm going to have to give up on showing the alicorn and show you just the card. Just hold it like that. So, imagination. Bert, what do you want to tell me? What do you want me to tell everyone about this card, about imagination? Archangel Gabriel, thank you for helping us have clarity of thought. Thank you. Oh, it's the alicorn like it's its own card and wants to come through. And there's a fairy wants to whisper something in my ear. Use your imagination. You have it within you. Your energetic wings power you up. You just have to feel them and quit denying them. Quit denying your imagination because you're scared of your own visions and your own thoughts. Imagination comes from a magical place where there's magical beings, and you can create from that place beauty in the world, however that rings true for you. You block your own imagination when you don't believe in yourself. Yes, there has been dark messages and pictures and things that they send forth to scare people. But once you know yourself, your own truth, that's what activates you and enables you to see the difference between imagination that has blasting light and love behind it and false imposter imagery that is designed to keep you in a low state of vibration. So don't be scared of your own imagination. Yes, there's dark imaginings as well as light imaginings. They both have a truth for whoever's truth they are. But you don't have to grasp on to any of them. You can just let them fly by the same way when you see a leaf blowing off a tree and the wind blows it past you. You can do that with visions that you don't like. If you decide to become a reader or a psychic intuitive, unfortunately, you have to come to terms with seeing these things and trying to find out what their purpose is and what they mean. Because in order to be able to extend that help to other people, you have to be able to move past your fear and get into discernment of truth. And it doesn't mean that you also have to attach onto any meanings of things, but to become an investigative reporter, to use those meanings of things to find out something they're showing to either your client or to you personally. Because as we help others, you also learn about yourself and release things, and things come up. So that's for someone out there who needed to hear that about being kind of afraid of their own third eye vision, and you don't. Once you get to your own empowerment in your own place, and work on that first, and then you'll be able to handle those things that come in front of you that have dark connotation, and you will get your own, if you don't attach to it emotionally, mentally, and like invest in it. I don't think invest is the word they wanted me to use. If you don't give it importance, okay, but you see it, and then you become an investigative reporter and find out. Sometimes things are flushed to the surface when you start uncovering things, right? So you find out what they are, and then you think of you use your imagination to find, and as a tool to find ways to release these things. And then you always use your imagination to replace with what you want. So it's a very important aspect of being a spiritual teacher, mentor, leader, guide, helper, and for your own spiritual ascension process. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so beautiful. That's all for now, because they know they don't want to make this too long. Bert, is there anything else you wanted to add to this card? Imagination is key to everything we do. Everything that has ever been created came from imagination, good or bad, helpful or hurtful. You use your spirituality to use your imagination to bring forth the ideas for you and sort through what you need and don't need. Leave the rest or transform it with your imagination into light beings, like codes, source, love, and light prayer to transform it, transmute it, or to ask others who are able to do that to take it and do that process too. It is not to be feared, and even though when you are in a light worker, spiritual warrior type mindset, and a lot of you have been for eons, many have been through tough times, and you remember, you have memory imprints of those things. But to ascend to a higher spiritual level, you have to learn to transform that back into the light. The light, bring the light in from source and fill it up, even if it's somebody else you don't like. and you feel they're trying to attach to you or something, you bring the source light in and you fill them up with it, and you put the source light through you and send it out and fill them up so bright that they have no choice but to separate in their own light away. That's all for now. Okay, thank you. I hope you guys could hear that okay. So the energy's got me a little spacey. A little bit spacey. They wanted me to do these as promised. The angel answers. We're going to put 3. I'm just going to move these to this side here so that I can have room to put the angel answers. Straight. Source, higher self, Bert, fairy energies, dragonflies. Maybe into these cards, tap into who will be watching these in the future. Let me pull the 3 cards that would be most helpful for their answers. And what I want you to do, please, whoever's watching this, to think of some question you have in your mind, and keep in mind that it has to be probably a pretty straightforward answer. Past, I've had people answer me questions that have like 4 or 5 questions in the one question. That's not going to be how you're going to get the answer to this. Okay. The one. Wow. Remain positive. It flipped over that way. Okay. So this is not how you intended to do it. That one flipped over that way. So if you were needing that answer and thinking of your question right then before I put it down, that's probably the one for you. Okay. So I apologize for that. I can't help it. It came out that way. Okay, so I want y'all to please, let me put this up here. It's my room. If you felt like this was answering something, I almost feel like this is for everyone, and that's why it came out that way. Remain positive. That's something we all need to do. It sounds so easy, and then sometimes we get in our mind, and I'm being reminded that I always realize that when I find myself in a thought loop, thought vortex, mental thinking habit that's really leads me down a negative path or feeling negative. Sometimes okay, let me tell you this. Sometimes you're feeling negative and you just get sucked down that negative thing before you go, whoa, wait a minute. You're like caught in the feeling. It's like an emotional wave. And it's a habit, a habitual place of going kind of low. And so you have to create some awareness of your own thinking, thoughts, feelings, and actions, and pull yourself up. And gratefulness prayers, gratefulness practice is a lot of people are saying it, and I've been saying it for years, is one of the best things that I ever started doing that helps me. I'm not saying I remember to do it all the time, but when I do, I just started saying, thank you for this, thank you for that. Sometimes I just keep going as long as I can, think of every single thing I'm happy or thankful about, and until I get to feeling at least more in a place, and then I do my clearing prayer. Ask Source to come down through me, and then ask Source, Archangels, whoever my guides are from Source. And I use True Source now. Say that. So I saw a heart with a glowing light around it. So if you chose this card next, let's see what it says, because I didn't look at trust. Ooh, that's a good one, isn't it? Trust not just other people, trust yourself. You have to trust yourself first. They're all saying, yes, 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 you have to trust yourself first. And they're not talking about ego forcefulness of saying, I'm right and you're wrong, like that. But trust how you feel or how you feel things are going to go, even when the 3D illusions, oh, they're giving me this message right now. Also, you guys, when the 3D illusions come forward and try to trick you into taking something less than what you deserve, trust in yourself and your intuition and your knowing and your higher heart messages that you're getting through your feelings of what's really going to happen, and trust in the intuition you've built up your whole life, that trust that you see the outcomes for different choices, and don't be swayed by the fear trying to get you to choose those same old imprisonments and oppression that you have before, even though you know that your heart song does not resonate with that anymore. And, sometimes there will be some people you'll trust in something, and you'll think that you're trusting in something, and there will be some people that try to lead you back down, and you start recognizing, I'm going back down that same road again, the same situation again. And then trust yourself, even though you think, wow, I invested some money in that. I invested a lot of time in dealing with those people, and they're pressuring me to keep doing it. And, every part of me just says, I don't want to do that. Now that I think about it, I actually was choosing to do that for money. And I tricked myself into thinking I was trusting my intuition about it. But it's okay, because it's a learning experience. So trust in your learning experiences also. Trust yourself. Okay, let's try this one, see what it says. No, with an exclamation. They want me to read the book for this one for some reason, so I'm going to. No with the explanation. So whoever was focusing on that one, it's a no with the explanation, and they want me to read it to you. The response to your inquiry is a firm no. You needn't worry, though, as you will see why this is the perfect answer as time goes by. And I'm thinking that someone needed to hear that. Do you want me to show you the cards just so you can see? And a lot of people are familiar with this deck, but the person contemplating, right there, what they should do next. And all of the messages are coming forward to help them, even though it's not maybe what they want to hear. Because there was a part of them that wanted to do the other thing. So, anyway, love to everyone, and I sure hope this reading helped somebody. And I really appreciate you watching it, and have an awesome, super stupendous day. Bye.